Are you an aspiring entrepreneur or business owner seeking to secure media coverage for your business? Do you find that once you get that publicity, you're thinking, well, how do I turn those press wins into sales? After many years of working with celebrity clientele and running multiple businesses that have been featured from magazine to TV, I can certainly say I know how to celebritize my brand, and visibility is my jam. So if you're an inspiring entrepreneur or business owner who's seeking to increase your visibility, land publicity for your business, and then turn those press wins into sales, stay tuned as I'll be covering how to get media coverage for your business that creates ching ching money in the bank. Hi, Jessica Ann here, and after many years of working with celebrity clientele and business owners, I've met many entrepreneurs who struggle to land media coverage as they think, I'll just create a press release and send it out, and then they sit around waiting for a phone call and, well, it doesn't. On the flip side, I've also worked with many established people who get into the press very easily, but then they have a problem that those press wins don't necessarily translate into sales for their business. So you have the situation, the day arrives and you've landed that coverage and you're super excited and you're pumped, and then you wonder, it wasn't what I thought it would be. Can you relate? I know I sure can, and it's a classic mistake that not only I've made but also many others. And this brings me to the two common questions I get asked a lot from small business owners, and it usually sounds like this. How do I secure media coverage for my business? And for established clients, it's this. How do I turn those press mentions into sales? If you've been wondering, how do I secure media coverage for my business and then turn those press mentions into sales, I'm going to give you 6 tips to get media coverage for your business and turn those press wins into income. Tip 1 is you want to go for a quick win and go straight to the source. One strategy I recommend must be part of your publicity plan is to help you secure media coverage to gain exposure is to go direct to source. And there are sites like Harrow, which stands for Help a Reporter Out, and Source Bottle if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, where journalists, bloggers, and podcasters submit requests seeking to interview people. And the best thing about these two sites is that you can register for free and set up the search criteria that is relevant to your business and apply for every opportunity that's relevant to your expertise and your business objectives. So even if you do reply to a request, more than likely you're still not going to be contacted. So the following tips is to set you up for press success so you're not being ignored by journalists. So tip 2 is to get organized by having your media kit set up. And one element you'll need in your media kit is a bio. However, you'd want to make sure your bio is laid out in a way that makes a busy professional wanting to read it. So let me give you an acronym to help you remember how to structure your bio. And in my experience, if you don't structure your bio in this way, your pitch is crap. And for those who are super creative, if you can drop a comment below to help me create a better acronym that stands for credibility, relevancy, action, and proof, I'll be forever grateful. So C stands for credibility. And if you've watched my previous video on how to create a memorable first impression, the same rules apply, just a different context. So in your bio, you'll want to show that you're a credible source. And here you'd want to make sure that you answer any questions that they have in their request with integrity and transparency. R stands for relevancy, and this is super important if you want to ensure your media coverage converts into income. So you'd want to be featured in publications that you know your ideal market is watching and reading. Also, is the feature closely related and appropriate to your products and services? For example, if you're sharing a story on how to lose 50 kilos in 2 weeks, being featured in a health and wellness magazine, but you're a lawyer, it's not relevant to your offer. But if you're a health and wellness coach who can teach people how to lose the weight, then you're more likely able to convert that coverage into sales. A's for action. So here you'd want to spark curiosity when pitching to journalists as opposed to giving them everything they need about you upfront. So keep it short and succinct, to the point, and end with a call to action such as your phone number, an email, a link to your website. Ideally, the result you prefer is to have them call you. Now let me tell you why you want them to call you. The reason is because this is your chance to build rapport with them, develop a relationship, and also for you to ask open-ended, relevant questions to help craft your interview answers and messaging in a way that will set you up for interest to the audience, which results in sales. So P stands for proof. Here you'd want to ensure that you've got relevant testimonials, case studies, and proof of products. And if you're making a claim like lose 10 kilos in 2 hours with this slimming wrap, you'd want proof of concept. I totally made that up, but I hope you get it. When you structure your bio using the CRAP method, you'll be setting yourself up in the mind of the journalist, the influencer, the blogger as the person they need. So do make sure your request is in a short and succinct manner. Attach relevant information to help your pitch by hitting all 4 key areas I just mentioned. Tip 4, turn your website into a lead generation machine. Now, what do I mean by that? In most cases, when you get publicity and media mentions, you will link to your website and the information. So you'd want to make sure that their audience is going to be able to find what they need. And this is why relevancy is key. So let me give you an example. Your interview is featured in You Magazine. You're a cosmetic surgeon, and your interview is about top 5 ways to clear acne. The readers love it. Some even try those methods and they got great results. Then they head to your website and you have an opt-in opportunity that grants them 10% off when they book their first laser treatment to remove unsightly scars from acne. Can you see how this works? Again, a made-up example, but I hope you get the point. And if not, drop a comment below and we can carry on the conversation. Tip number 5 is turn those press wins into sales. Now here I want to use a product-based business, for example, because this is something I learned as a fashion stylist. And one reason, if you're a product-based business, why you'd want to get press coverage is, and also potentially have a celebrity use your product. This method not only drives sales to your website, but it also creates brand awareness, and you can repurpose this coverage to create more sales. So here's a scenario of how this will work. So you have a jewelry line. You've worked with a stylist to get it featured on a celebrity in Cosmopolitan magazine. You've got the information from the editor of when this is due to publish. You create an email that you send out ahead of time to your buyers suggesting it's going to be featured in this magazine with this celebrity, and you want to prompt them to stock up. Buyers place larger orders than normal as they know you're bringing in enough awareness that they will sell through the extra stock. You've increased your sales through your wholesale chain. You've increased your sales via your website through exposure, and your buyers are now looking to want to trade more with you because they can see that you're actively working to land coverage for your brand, get exposure, which ultimately helps them to sell through in their stock. And to me, that's a win-win situation. Now, I've got a question for you. Out of the tips I mentioned, what's one action step you can do right now to move ahead so you can secure media coverage for your business and turn those press wins into sales? Leave a comment below, as you'll most likely motivate someone else who is watching to take action. Also, if you want to learn how to develop a profitable personal brand and learn more about how you can secure media and turn those mentions into sales, join me on a free webinar called How to Create a Marketing System for Your Personal Brand. I'll leave a link below and I'll look forward to seeing you on this live webinar. Did you enjoy this video? If so, hit the bell and please subscribe to this channel, and I would be honored if you shared it with your friends, your family, your work colleagues, your clients, your business network, anyone you know seeking to secure media coverage for their business. And remember, you deserve to be known for the one thing that you're great at. Create the brand that is you, so you can turn your passion into profits and live the ideal life you want to live. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week on Jessica Rand TV. Bye for now.